You know,
that's quite common.
Yeah.
it's a pity because you're as you talk, I remember something that happened. A little boy came to my place, and he's from my place, and I made our local food that I like so much. We call it oto. You know, the equivalent of Rikmankuko in a Calabar region.
Side.
You know, and I said, come and eat. He said, I ain't gonna eat that shit. I said, what that shit? He said, I said, the name is Otto. He said, no, I'm not gonna come. You know, he wanted to take golden one. I said, I ain't gonna eat that shit. That's the real shit. You know. I said, that's the real shit. I ain't gonna eat that shit. So, and I told him, Mom, my cousin, I'm gonna stay with this boy. You're not doing a good job. They're in Abuja here, so I'm gonna stay with this boy. He has to learn to call the name first. That is not shit. It's called Otto. So I stayed with him. After a while of removing all the series available, he didn't see what to eat. He ate that food. Yes. And when he ate it, he now came, Mommy, he said, that thing was sweet though. I said, you haven't still called the name. He now said, what did you say the name was again? I said, Otto. He said, okay. He kept it. I said, you're going to tell me the name again before you go to bed. In the night, I asked him again. He pronounced it. I said, do you like it? He said, I do. We're going to have it again tomorrow. I said, it's a lot of work to prepare. So you're going to come to the kitchen and create it for me. You know. The next day, he was the first to say, okay, where is the job you don't want me to do? It's like 10, 11. And he did it. So a lot of times, our parents are not doing enough. You know, and I think that when in Yoruba language that you mentioned, there is different salutation for different age. I made that mistake of greeting somebody, you know, with the same language because I picked it up from my friend. They now told me no, that I needed to say it like this because this is for the older person, you know. So a lot of our languages are like that. But are we doing the good job of teaching our children, you know, how these things vary? You know, so but if let's see, if we don't do this, we're going to
when they don't understand the language, how are they going to know what varies and doesn't vary?
They don't even know.
Because do you know many kids, I was one of them, who lived with people, and I had problems living with people. Why did I have problems living with people? Because I couldn't eat what they were eating. But you see, I was a different child. I always used to say I was fasting, but I wasn't fasting because my mom taught me that if you don't know how to eat the food, don't say, I'm not eating, or I don't know how to eat it. Because it's rude for you to go somewhere and they are giving you something and you're saying, I don't eat this. You know, so that's why most of the time...
at least try it. We are told to try it. If it cannot kill you, just take
I can eat snail. My house, everybody eats snail. It's just me. And they say you don't know what you're missing. You cannot miss what you have never That's it.
You never tried it?
I've never tried it. I will never try it.
Is it because of how it looks?
Yeah, I think I think I've seen them prepare, try to clean
the process of
cleaning it. So I think that thing
the truth is that somebody is writing here and said I should tell you that you're missing.
Yes, I know. I know what I tell them. I'm not missing anything.
Because
you don't miss what you have not had before.
I've had it, but I actually don't really like it. It kind of tastes like gizzard. Because for me, I'm a foodie, so I would try it. So either I try it, maybe I would not have it next time.
Even as a Nigerian, I'm more tilted to the Yoruba
cuisine.
Cuisine than I don't do all those fisherman soup. And why do that? It's because all those things are in there.
You didn't miss.
If you
whether you're missing or not, I don't know. But I just know that as parents, we are responsible for a whole lot.
Yeah, true.
And when I say parents, it's not just the biological parents. Between you and I, persons that live with me, persons that work with me, do you make effort to ensure that the culture of such people, get to stay? Do you know that really there is this big fear of some languages dying off? Oh, yes.